Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Muhammad Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Dr. Willie Jolley. Dr. Jolley is the Hall of Fame speaker, virtual speaking expert, number one authority on turning setbacks into comebacks, international best-selling author, Sirius XM host, syndicated daily radio show host, and podcast host. Oh my God, so many things. And please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Dr. Jolley. Dr. Jolley, welcome.
Thank you, Sadiq. It's a pleasure to be on with you, and thank you for having me on your broadcast. And I want to greet all your listeners, viewers, and all of the people who are connected to you. Most people who know me know I always start the same way. I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it, forced upon me. I can't refuse it. I didn't seek it. I didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but our eternities are wrapped up in it. And I'm grateful for this minute, this moment, this opportunity to be on with you and to share some ideas that I hope will inspire and empower, encourage, uplift, and motivate your viewers, your listeners, and your network.
Wonderful, wonderful. Our thought leaders, CEOs, founders, and experts, they are looking for wealthy ways. You have been sharing it all over. Let's see how much you are going to give away on this show today. And let me start with this. People who don't know you, where were you, what happened, who you are surrounded with that inspired you to get started with impacting the world in a positive way?
Well, thank you for asking that question because some people are not aware of what I do, what I've done, who even I am. And so I'm grateful for these kind of opportunities where I can share a little bit more about my background. For many years, I was a nightclub singer. I was a popular nightclub singer, won awards for best jazz singer, best entertainer, best performer, and had a very popular nightclub act in Washington, D.C. One night I went into the nightclub to perform, and the manager said, "We want to talk to you after night's show." I said, "Great. We've been selling out for months. We got standing room only audiences. We're finally going to get our raise." I said that to the guys in the band. Well, that night when it was over, I walked into the manager's office and said, "Hey, I'm excited about the future." He said, "Well, we love you. You're great. You're wonderful. The people love you. But we got to tell you something that is hard to tell you. We are going to make a change. We decided to try something different that's a lot cheaper than live entertainment. This new thing is going around the country and filling up nightclubs and making a lot of money. So we bought a karaoke machine. We're going to shift to that because it's cheaper and we can make more money and we get a better return on our investment." I said, but we got a full nightclub. That doesn't make sense to me." He said, "But it's just a business decision." And I was devastated. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was depressed. But someone gave me, Sadiq, a motivational tape while I was in my lowest point. And on that tape, I had never heard a motivational talk, a motivational seminar, anything. On that tape was a guy who said, named Charlie Tremendous Jones, one of the early great speakers. He said, "In 5 years, you'll be the same person you are today, except for the people you meet who inspire you and the books you read that empower you." And so I started reading books. I read a book called Think and Grow Rich, changed my thinking. I read more and more books. I started going to seminars, listening to speakers, learning more. And as a result of that, I started looking for new opportunities. See, when I was in a nightclub, my business was built on being discovered.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to come in one night and discover me, and I'm going to be a star. But when I got this book and started going to these seminars and started reading these new thoughts and these new ways of thinking, I decided I was no longer going to wait for my break. I was going to make my own break. And so I took a job with the school system while I was trying to figure out my next big move. And part of my job, I had to give speeches to little kids about staying away from drugs. And it was during that year with the school system, I found what I was born to do. From the little kids, the teachers would say, "Oh, you were good. You're entertaining and you had a great message. You're motivating. Could you speak for our teachers group?" I'd speak for the teachers group. And someone there would say, "Can you come to my church?" And I go to the church. And someone at the church would say, "Can you come to my company?" And then it started to grow. And Les Brown, the great motivational speaker, heard about this speaker who was also a singer. And he came and heard me speak and sing and invited me to be the opening act on the Music and Motivation Dream Team tour, which featured Les Brown, Billy Preston, the great organist, Gladys Knight, the great singer, and a little guy from Washington, D.C., me. Because of Les and Gladys, I got a little radio show. It got popular. And then the radio show got popular, got syndicated. Now you can hear me on Sirius XM radio, where I have the #1 self-help show in America. And then a book publisher heard me on the radio, invited me to write a book. I wrote my first book. It Only Takes a Minute to Change Your Life. Became a national bestseller. Then my big book, it became a global bestseller. A setback is a setup for a comeback. Then turned setbacks into greenbacks. Then An Attitude of Excellence. And then a book I wrote with my wife, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. 10 Secrets for a Great Marriage. And then things started growing. And in 1999, I was named one of the top 5 speakers in the world. In 2005, I was inducted in the Speaker Hall of Fame. And then in 2013, I was named a legend of the speaking industry. And then a few years later, one of the top leadership speakers in America. So just think, Siddique, if I'd never gotten fired and replaced by a karaoke machine. Think if I'd never had a setback. And that's why I wanted to come to your listeners, viewers, your network, and tell you that we're in the midst of a challenging time where we've seen setback after setback after setback after setback over the last couple years. We've seen a pandemic, economic downturn, massive job loss, racial strife, social upheaval, political distractions and disruption, ecological issues on both coasts. One coast, we got fires that are bigger and hotter and bolder than ever. And then on the other side, we got hurricanes coming so quick, so fast, they ran out of names. And so we've had setbacks. And I'm here to tell people how to turn these setbacks into comebacks and how to turn those comebacks into greenbacks. And that's what I do.
Oh, that is amazing. Setback into comeback and comeback into a greenback. We are talking about wealthy ways, So it's amazing, Dr. Jolley. I appreciate that. I'm sure that it was never like this. As you said, you started from a setback from a nightclub. And there along the way, by the time where you are here, there are so many, ups and downs in that one, which you probably didn't have a time to share with us. And I'm going to ask you top 3 missteps to avoid when you're getting to the greenbacks,
Well, I think that the first big thing to avoid is not to panic. When you're in the midst of a challenging time, you must not panic. Now, panic is taken from the Greek word to choke. Now, when you panic, you choke off the air to your brain so you cannot think clearly. If you cannot think clearly, you cannot make wise choices. Now, in turning a setback into a comeback and a comeback into a greenback, you must think your way through the problem. You cannot panic and just do anything. You must think and think your way through. And that is why I like the book, Think and Grow Rich. You must think. But if you're panicking, you don't think. You just react. And so first thing, you must not panic. In fact, let me give everybody a little gift. I told you when I was at my lowest point, Siddique, someone gave me a book called Think and Grow Rich. I read it and gave me an audio. And that audio said, in 5 years, you'll be the same person, except for the people you meet and the books you read. So I'm going to give all your viewers, listeners, a free copy of that book, Think and Grow Rich, the one that changed my life, that has made more millionaires than any other book other than the Bible. And so if you go to WJWow.com, you can get access to a digital downloadable copy of that book. You can download it on your phone, on your iPad, on your computer, and just read the book. And also there'll be on that same page some of my books, but you'll also have access to some of my XM shows, the people who you meet who will inspire you, the books you read that will empower you. So I encourage you to go to wjwow.com, WJWOW.com.
Yeah, wonderful.
All right, so as you asked the three things. One thing is don't panic.
Yeah.
Another thing you must do, Siddique, if you're going to turn your setbacks into comebacks, your comebacks into greenbacks, is you must not let your pride poison your prosperity. Now, what does that mean? That many people in tough times, they let their pride get in the way of making money and surviving. Look, it was not easy for me to go from this very popular nightclub singer to working for the school system, okay, talking to little kids. I was a well-known entertainer, a well-known artist, a well-known celebrity of sorts. But when I got fired, that all changed. Now, I could have said, well, I'm not going to go work for the school system. That's below me. That's beneath me. People, what will people think? But I did not do that because I had a mentor who had taught me years earlier that how he had become a multimillionaire. He told the story one day to me about how in the recession of 1970s that his money got very, very tight because money was not flowing in this recession, but he did not want to fire any of his excellent workers. So what he did was every night to keep the business going, he would drive a trash truck. After work, he would drive a trash truck. He said he drove a trash truck to get him through college. He could do it again. And so he'd take off his high-powered suit as CEO and put on old dirty clothes and drive a trash truck at night to be able to pay his bills and keep his folks from being laid off. He did that for a year while the economy was bad. But when things got better, he was able to stop driving the trash truck and go back to be CEO. But he didn't have to fire anybody. And as a result of that, his business grew and flourished. And 5 years later, he was able to sell that business for over $600 million because he did not let his pride poison his prosperity. You might have to take a job driving Uber during the tough times. You might have to get a job at Walmart. You might have to work at McDonald's. Who cares? It's minimal. It's not forever. It's not permanent. It's temporary. So don't panic. Don't let your pride poison your prosperity. And the third one, you must be proactive. I had the honor of speaking in Australia many years ago now with Dr. Stephen Covey. And Dr. Covey, wrote a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And when he wrote that book, there was one of those principles called you must be proactive. What does that mean? Don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it. Be proactive. Do something every day toward your goals and dreams. Do something. Make a phone call. Write a letter. Ask someone for help. Do something every day toward your goals and dreams. Don't wait for things to happen. You must make things happen. You do those three things, Siddique, and you got those three things to your listeners and your viewers. They will start to see a change in their life. They will start to see the change in their income and their revenues. And then if they continue to grow themselves and develop themselves and read and listen and invest in yourself. I can't say it enough, Siddique. One of the big things that changed my life was I had another mentor who said, you must invest in yourself. He said, now, Benjamin Franklin said, the greatest investment a person can make is the investment they make in themselves. It's the pennies they pour into their head. Because if you pour those pennies in your head and your reading and your books and your resources, those pennies that you poured in your head will produce dollars that you can put in your bank account. So I have made a point. If you look at my office, there are books everywhere, books here, books there. If you could see over there in another whole corner of books, because I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in investing in books and resources. That's why I encourage people to get a library. Jim Rohn used to say it like this: if you go into a $10 million home, it always has a library. Now, the person who bought that $10 million home, did they buy it because it had a library, or did their library allow them to buy it? What are you reading? What are you listening to? How are you growing yourself? And are you serious about your success?
Oh, that is amazing, Dr. Jolley. Appreciate it very much. So, is there any bonus tip as we are about to wrap up in the final few words? One bonus tip you kind of kept it to your chest and you want to give it away to almost
I
like
want to look, real quick tip is follow your dreams wherever they lead. Don't be distracted by less worthy needs. Shelter it, nourish it, help it to grow. Hold your dream deep, down deep where dreams grow. Follow your dream, pursue it with haste. Life is too precious, too fleeting to waste. Be faithful, be loyal, and all the day through, the dream that you follow will keep coming true. Follow your dream.
wonderful, wonderful. How growth hacking secrets community people are watching this now or in the future in a recorded way, how they can support you, Dr. Jolley?
Yeah, if you could go to if you go to winwithwillie.com, winwithwillie.com. I encourage you to sign up. There's a place to sign up for my newsletter. Every morning, I send out a 1-minute motivational video absolutely free. We've had so many people around the world say it's changed their life, and they are grateful. They thank us every day, and they write us. It's absolutely free, winwithwillie.com, and you get access to all of my websites: marriage website, faith-based website, business website, youth website, right there. Go there, sign up, stay connected, and then when you're there, get some of the books, get some of my books. I recommend A Setback Setup for a Comeback for people who need a comeback, and I recommend, if you're married, the marriage book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. My wife and I have been married for 36 years, haven't had an argument in over 33 years, and we're going strong. So go get those resources, invest in yourself, invest in your future, and remember, your best is yet to come.
Best yet to come. Thank you so much. You are on a growth hacking secret show, Dr. Jolley. What would you say to your best friend about a growth hacking secret show when I'm not there?
This young man, Siddique, has really made a commitment to help people to grow their success, to grow their wealth, to grow their future. I want to encourage you to sign up, share, like it, and make sure you are subscribed to his program so that you can get updates about when he puts some of his great content online. It will help you do more, it will help you be more, and it'll help you achieve more. This is Dr. Willie Jolley, winwithwillie.com, for my friend Siddique.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. Really appreciate it. As we are about to wrap up, what would you say as a final word?
I say as a final word, folks, that I want you to do what I said in the beginning. Remember, you have only just a minute. It's only 60 seconds in it. It's forced upon you. You can't refuse it. You didn't seek it. You didn't choose it, but it's up to you to use it. Make the most of it. And so make the most of every minute. Be grateful. Have an attitude of gratitude and be grateful for every day. And then make a decision that you're going to leave the world better than when you came. I have a sign on my wall that says, we cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good we can do. Do good today for somebody. Have a great day.
Yeah, thank you so much. My last word is go check winwithwillie.com. If you're just listening, WINWITHWILLIE.com, winwithwillie.com. Thank you so much. I already signed up. I want you to sign up on this because we all need a motivation every day for a small, quick read, quick video to watch. I think that will be a great start of our long-term relationship to learning from you, Dr. Jolley. Thank you so much on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Muhammad Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.